A new report from a Nigerian human rights group is drawing global attention to a wave of religious violence in the country's southeast. The International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law, or Intersociety, accuses four state governors of turning a blind eye to the killing of thousands of Christians over the last decade. According to the report, more than 9,800 Christians, mostly from rural communities, have been murdered by jihadist Fulani militias since 2015. The governors of Imo, Ebonyi, Enugu and Anambra states are named in the report. Intersociety says local authorities have failed to investigate the violence or hold anyone accountable, allowing attacks to continue and fueling a worsening security crisis. The group is calling on the United States, United Kingdom and European Union to impose sanctions, freeze assets and issue visa bans against those it holds responsible. Well, let's get more details from the International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law. Emeka Umagbalasi, criminologist and head of the group, joins us now. Hello, thank you so much for being here. Now, your latest 35-page report accuses four Southeast governors of complicity in the killings of Christians by Fulani militias. Now, what specific actions, omissions or patterns of behavior led your organization to such a serious conclusion?
Thank you. That has been on since 2010. You look at the introductory part of who we are, it says, oh, so it's not that we are that report as if the report was accidental or was an isolated case. It has a systematic patterns and trends that have been followed up since 2010. So coming to the report, yes, we did release that 5-page report for covering only the Southeast. We have been noted with international voicing and the credibility and the respectability with regard to, trying to put out a kind of a database, including regarding the patterns, including the patterns and trends of killing of Christians in Nigeria over the years. And I believe that after this report, we are going to cover the entire nation. We have it already in the offing. We are going to cover the entire nation to be able to give the international viewers and the international community the particular situation on the ground, the situation as it is and as it ought to be with regard to the subject matter. So in the Southeast here, we singled out the four Southeast governors. There are 5 Southeast governors, or 5 governors in the Southeast, out of which 4 were identified as those who had a hand by way of complicity or inaction or complacency with respect to the subject matter. Not only killing of Christians by jihadist Fulani herdsmen, but it also includes other violence, religious violence or killings on the ground of ethnicity and religion, which is the bedrock of the international freedom of religion or worship that has become the global voice today. So that is the situation as it is. Thank you.
Now, the report states that over 9,800 Christians have been killed since 2015, including 600 in the first 3 months of 2025. Now, it also alleges that Fulani militias are operating from as many as 600 hidden camps. Now, these are staggering claims. Can you walk us through the scale and reliability of this data and what you believe the international community must understand about the scope of the crisis?
Do not forget that this report is built from our globally celebrated report of 2022, December 22, 2024, which is 282 pages, The Ocean of Innocent Blood Flowing in Eastern Nigeria. That one is all-encompassing. It involves all the killings that took place that were perpetrated or took place outside the law. Both those killed by armed state actors, armed non-state actors, and so on and so forth. And inclusive in the list are abductions and disappearances, property violence or burning of dwelling houses and allied properties. So that is the basis of that is where this report, came from. So we have been carrying out periodic report or assessment of the situation on the ground. In the entire eastern region, it is estimated that there are not less than 20,000 of such Fulani herdsmen-led jihadists armed with AK-47 and allied illicit arms and small weapons and their ammunition in such different locations and swelling the distance of estimated 2.7 million proliferated illicit small arms and light weapons in eastern Nigeria, out of estimated 9.7 million in the entire Nigeria. That is the situation.
Well, you highlighted the continued expansion of terrorist camps across the region. As a criminologist, an expert, do you believe Nigeria's state or federal security agencies are aware of these locations? And if they are, what in your view explains their inaction?
It's no longer hidden. You could see that the Nigerian government is, since the United States, some interest groups that they call in the faraway United States, Nigerian government has been running from pillar to pole, trying to be more Catholic than Pope. Whereas it is not possible. The problem we have today is that I don't know what happened. But the truth is that Nigerian government is complicit. And there is this strong suspicion from, like I told you, we have our investigations cut across different parts of the country. They've gone to Taraba State and carry out investigation. In Adamawa, we have investigation there. As a matter of fact, in Bay State, that is Boloni, Yobe, and Adamawa. And talking about the activities of Fulani herdsmen there and Boko Haram, we've gone to Niger State. If you go to Niger State, there are at least 5 local government areas in Niger State that are occupied by predominantly Christian local governments, like Munyan local government, like Shiroro local government, like Paikoro local government, and there is one other, which what is the name? I've forgotten the other two. These are majorly Christian dominated areas. But what is the situation now? They have been overrun by the jihadists. Now the question is that in all these operations, how many jihadist Fulani herdsmen and allied others have you apprehended? How many of their camps have you raided? And you ask why we indicted the governors. That's one of the reasons why the governors were indicted. We have contacts in the government cycles. If you go there and mention that Fulani herdsmen is launching attack in a certain forest or a certain location, then you have automatically excluded yourself from coming to government house to cover a story. You are a journalist, and if you ask your reporter in the south, he will tell you that. So that's the thing.
All right, Emeka Umagbalase, criminologist and head of the International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law. Thank you so much for your insight.